Right, so I'm here with Andrew today. We're currently both out in Bangkok, working both in remote sales space. So I'll let him introduce himself.
So my name's Andrew Wallace. I've been in the high ticket space for around 9 months now. Known Ethan since I was like 15. 15 went to school together. We've now moved out to Bangkok together and yeah, just living the life.
So, firstly, what were you actually doing before getting into the whole remote sales space?
So I was in sixth form and also worked at Waitrose part-time and it just wasn't for me. I hated it and I knew I wasn't going to uni, so high ticket space was just a clear idea.
And what made you consider appointment setting to transition into?
Well, I always like talking to people and I saw a lot about appointment setting online and I thought I might as well take the step and actually just take the risk, and best choice I ever made.
So, what were your initial doubts and fears coming into the space?
Well, there was no guarantee I'd get paid. There was no guarantee I'd make any money at all, and I'd say that's the biggest risk. But I was also just a bit scared to leave my hometown, not go through the traditional route of having a job. But honestly, like I said, best choice I've ever made.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, in the whole remote sales space, there is no guarantees. With a 9 to 5, you always have that paycheck at the end of the month. But with this, you might not. So you always have to put the work in and stay consistent to make sure that, you are seeing the results you want to. So once you actually started, what were your first few weeks like?
My first few weeks, it was just pure hard work. I wasn't seeing much results because obviously you're not going to see results instantly. So it was just me having my head down, revising all the sales, outreaching to people, getting new to the space, and it was quite tough. I'll be real, but if you just put the work in, I did see after the first couple of weeks, I did start seeing quite big results.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, the first few weeks are normally just, learning the skills, getting it down to a T, and then obviously landing that first role. So what were the things that helped you actually land your first client?
So I'd definitely say my networking was probably the most important thing. Is that's how I've got pretty much most of my roles. It's just the people around me, the people I spoke to, the opportunities, and also I'd say just putting in that work. It was quite obvious when other people weren't putting in the work because they just weren't landing roles. They didn't have the knowledge to land the roles. So I would just say put in that work and the networking 100%. That's definitely my advice.
Yeah, I can't stress how important having a strong network is in this space. I mean, the amount of roles and opportunities that I've had in my own experience come up just from networking is honestly crazy. It's the most valuable thing in this space. So let's say you're starting out again with your current knowledge. What are the top 3 things you would say to your past self?
Well, I'd definitely say having a schedule is probably the most important thing. Otherwise, you're just going to get lost. You're not going to know what to do. You're going to lose track of everything. I'd say consistency. It's all good putting the hard work in, but if you're not consistent, you're just not going to see results. You're just going to start slacking. And for the third thing, I'd say sacrifice. You do need to sacrifice some things. Stop going out, stop doing just these little things that are just kind of preventing you from progressing every day. So that's what I'd say.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, sacrifice is just one of those things where you need to prioritize this. If you want to see success in this, you need to prioritize it and just cut out all the other bullshit that is not needed. So at what point did everything just click for you?
So I'd say it was my third role. It was a phone setting role. I did 2.2K. So that's the first time I ever actually saw some money and saw that if I actually put in the work, did some sacrifices, that I could actually get where I want to be.
So that's 2.2k in 1 month. And how did that compare to your Waitrose pay?
So Waitrose was £700 a month, so 2.2K. So that's pretty good, I'd say. I was pretty happy to quit my job after that, and yeah.
And on the subject, what is actually your highest month pay in remote sales?
So my highest month pay was in May, and I hit 8K USD, and then in June I did 5.7K USD.
Yeah, and really that goes to show that in the matter of 9 months now, you can go from making nothing, working in Waitrose £700 a month to making 8k a month in commissions alone. What was the one mindset shift that kind of changed it all for you?
Well, I'll be honest, when I first started, I kind of didn't fully commit. I kind of took it a bit for granted. I'd still go out, I'd still just mess about and not fully commit. So when I really just realised that I need to lock in, cut out all the bullshit and actually just focus on the sales aspect, that's when it proper started seeing proper results. It all started flowing naturally and consistently.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have so many people come to me and they're like, yeah, I could probably maybe put 1 hour a day towards this. It's not going to work out. You realistically need 4 hours to start off with a day to be able to commit to this. It's not just something you can pick up, and it's not a part-time thing. It's something that's going to, change your life, and it's a career. So what does your actual day-to-day look like at the moment?
So we're in Bangkok, and for my time zone, I work US time zone. We're pretty much nocturnal, so it's great. But basically, I wake up, I would go gym, literally just work. Then I can go out on the mopeds, go just enjoy, just go mess about. Probably go gym again, or go run, or go swimming. Come up here, film some content, just have a bit of fun, and then just a nice work block. But I enjoy the work, so I see the work as a hobby as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing. You just got to fall in love with the process and that's where you're going to make the most money. I mean, obviously we're out in Bangkok right now, so the time zones do kill us. Next month we're moving out to Brazil, so that'll be a lot better for the US time zones. So what actually was the main thing that helped you scale to 8K a month?
So by the time I hit 8K a month, I like fully went in with it. I quit my job. School was finished, so I'd say just actually prioritizing it over everything. And what I'd say for like the second thing is I was always progressing. I was never like comfortable. I never just sat there in one position. I always strive for the next best thing, and that's kind of got me where I am today. But I wouldn't say that's to always go ahead and try find the next opportunity, because your role as a setter is to scale up businesses from where they're already at. So if you're looking for the next big thing, then that's quite a big red flag. But I was always looking for like the new opportunities that I knew I could scale, which I did, and that's where I am today.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend just hopping from offer to offer. It's always best to make sure you get a good offer, and then you can obviously progress within that business to help them scale. So what do your like family and friends all think of this?
So my family, they don't really trust it. Like, it's the whole online money stuff. It's quite a big risk. Even when I show them the results, they're still like, nah, it's just fake. But oh well. My friends, yeah, they've all been pretty supportive. Like when I first started saying I was doing it, everyone was a bit skeptical. They were all like, "Oh, it's actually gonna work. It's actually gonna last." And like, it is. It has. Like, I've been able to come to Bangkok, quit my job, make more than like most of my parents make a month. So it's pretty good. But they were all a bit skeptical. But it's fair. Like, there's always risks with it. It's gonna happen, and they just want the best for you. But as soon as they saw the results, they kind of shut up.
Yeah, and I mean, from my experience, and I know this is the same for a lot of other people, parents always want you to go down the traditional route. You know, sixth form, uni, maybe college, get a 9 to 5 and just kind of stay complacent with that. And I mean, for some people, that may be what they want to do. But I know for myself and Angie, that's just not what we wanted to do. I think we're also quite lucky as well that a lot of our friends are also in the online space, because obviously once you get into the online space, start making more connections, and your circle changes, and then it starts coming near enough everyone who's working in the online space, which is a really good thing, because you're just helping everyone scale. You're all in different kind of sides of online business that can just bounce off each other and help each other out. So what would you actually say to someone who's maybe stuck in a 9 to 5 or uni that wants to start something like this?
So for uni, I'd say, like, 'cause I was in sixth form, so I knew what to do, kind of scaling alongside with school. It's easy enough to make a structured plan where you've still got all the time for school and setting, and then eventually you're gonna have that decision when setting starts making you quite a lot of money to go full in, or you could happily do a uni degree and do setting at the same time. For 9 to 5, I'd say it's a bit the same. There's many roles out there that provide different time zones. It's just about how much you want to put the work in, and it's easy to have a schedule alongside it to make sure that the 9 to 5 is not getting away with the setting's not getting away in the 9 to 5. But like, I would recommend, like, if you are going to go into setting and you're doing a 9 to 5 and you're not happy, like, when you can fully commit, just fully commit. And I'd say the same with uni, because I kind of doubt myself a lot with sixth form. Like, I stayed in it because I felt like I might as well finish it now. But I know, like, a couple of people, like some other setter in my group, he dropped out of sixth form and now he's doing crazy good. And it kind of made me second guess, like, if I dropped out of sixth form, where would I be today? So yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's probably one of the best things about setting, is that you can scale it up to start off with alongside 9 to 5, alongside uni, until it is making at least a little bit of profit. So then that means you have that conviction to go all in, and you know that it will work out and you will see results within it. So why do you think that some people who start this might stay stuck and kind of complacent?
I would say that it always comes back to the point where you just need to keep progressing, never be comfortable in one position. If you're getting stuck, like, normally it's going to be your fault. Normally you're not putting enough work in, or you're not striving and high enough. And like, you can always improve in this space. There's always new stuff to learn. So if you ever are feeling stuck, just kind of expand your knowledge a bit more and just outreach to people, network to people. Like, really, the sky's the limit of setting. That's the great thing, is there's no limit on what you can do. So if you are stuck, I just feel like you need to strive for a bit more.
Yeah, and adding on from that point, I mean, appointment setting should never really be the end goal for you. It's, in my opinion, the best way to get into the online space, and start making that 5 to 10K a month online. Understand how online businesses work, and then from there, you can move up to, closing and setter management. So on that point, what are actually the next steps for you?
So like, I've had a bit of closing experience. I know about setter management. For me, setter management is definitely the ideal path. Like, I know how to do setting so well. I've done it for so long. I know I can train other people. So I feel like that's where I'd strive the most in the space.
Yeah, and for a bit of context, basically what a setter manager is kind of the step up from the setter. So, as the name suggests, you manage your setters, you help train them, help make sure they're hitting their KPIs, and it's basically the next step up within a business in the whole sales process. And what actually is your lifestyle like now compared to before?
So beforehand, I was stuck in Newbury, didn't have financial freedom location. I was just a bit stuck, I'd say, and I was just going out, wasting my money, just doing dumb shit. Now I've got financial and location freedom. I don't have a boss. I'm like loving life. I could do what I want, go gym where I want, just have an overall way better lifestyle. And as a person, I definitely think I've grown, and it's just overall made me a lot better.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, now Andrew and I both have full control over our day. There's no one telling us what to do. We have full control to plan out our own day. We can go gym when we want. We can work when we want. As long as we're getting our work done a day, we have full freedom to do what we want. So would there be any final advice for anyone who's kind of hesitating to start this?
I would say if you've got the vision in your head that you want better than your 9 to 5 and school, just take the step and do it. Like, it was so risky for me and kind of scary when I first hopped in that call with who trained me to do setting, and like I was like, nah, it's all a scam. Like, I've seen it all online. There's all this course and stuff like that. I took that step, and literally, I know I didn't see much results in the first month, but I learned so much, and I knew what was capable. So if you're kind of feeling stuck and scared, just take that risk. Like, it's the scariest thing you'll do, but it's literally the best thing you'll do, and I'm so happy I've done it.
Yeah, exactly. I know a lot of you might have, tried drop shipping, tried maybe trading before. But it's all about trying new things. It's all about taking those risks, trying those new things until something sticks. Right, well, I hope that's cleared up a lot of things for you guys on appointment setting and help you understand it a bit more and how it can actually fully change someone's life. I'll drop mine and Andrew's Instagram in the description if you want to reach out to either of us. If you have any questions or want to get started yourself, feel free to message me and I can see how I can help.